What's up, guys? Chief J here. Waiting to turn right. Holy crap. So I was talking to Wilkes89 while at the meetup, and I was telling him some stories about kind of the behind the scenes of what happened back in October at the Tampa meetup. Well, not at the meetup itself, but like the before and the after. And he was saying that it's pretty good stuff and I should make a vlog about it. So that's what I'm doing, making a vlog about it. First off, I mentioned how much riding there was. There was a lot. Palm Beach Rider, who I rode up with, he couldn't get the day off. The meetup was on a Saturday. All right, let me see if I can get my story straight here. The meetup was on a Saturday. We left on a Friday, stayed overnight, rode all day Saturday, stayed overnight, and rode back home on Sunday. Well, that Saturday, he couldn't get the day off. So we didn't leave until 4:30, I think. We didn't leave West Palm all the way to Tampa. We didn't check into our hotel in Tampa, well, in Clearwater, until I think 9:30 that night, which is mostly my fault because I kept having delays and having to wait on the way there. It's totally his fault that we left that late, but it's totally my fault that it took us as long as it did. We should have been there about an hour earlier, but anyways, that's besides the point. That's neither here, there, nor anywhere. The point is, it was late, I was exhausted. So anyways, to get to Clearwater the way we were coming into Tampa, which was from east to west, we had to cross the causeway across Tampa Bay, which is pretty far. Well, about 10 miles prior to getting to the causeway, I needed gas, and I knew I wasn't going to make it to our hotel room still. I knew we had a little ways to go. We're on this interstate, and I keep trying to get off the interstate, essentially. We're trying to exit to find a gas station, and it's one of those stages where each exit takes us onto another highway, and there's no gas stations to be found. Well, anyways, we get to the entrance of the causeway, and I'm practically running on fumes at this point. And, I know I can't make it across the causeway because the causeway stretches as far as the eye can see, pretty much. So finally, we pull over on the side of the road, make a fairly illegal maneuver to U-turn and get some gas. Well, at this point, like I said, we've been riding for a while. I was pretty exhausted. I was practically on autopilot. I had been paying attention now because of my gas situation where I was almost panicking, thinking I was going to actually completely run out of gas and my bike was going to die. So after we get gas, my panic kind of, the situation's good. I know I can get to the hotel on that tank of gas, no problem. So I go back to kind of being on autopilot. Now that's not a good place to be when you're riding a motorcycle. When you're driving on anything really, it's not a good state of mind to be in, but it was what it was. That was where I was at that point. I was tired. Well, then what happened next was where the you could say the problem really happened. So, and where this story is going. So the causeway is essentially, I think 2 lanes each way, and we're in the right lane because people are speeding and we don't really want to, we're not pushing ourselves at that point. We're just, we're not in a mental state to be riding as fast as we possibly can be anyways. So we're riding along in the right lane, and keep in mind now, the important thing is this: because of that fact that after I got the gas, I kind of went back on autopilot, I forgot we were back on the causeway. So I look over, and we're in the right lane. So to the right is a small grass median, a guardrail, and then on the other side is Tampa Bay. And it's nighttime, and I can't see the bay. I don't realize there's a huge body of water like 20 feet to my right. I'm kind of just doing my thing, and a little bit into this ride across the causeway, I look to the right, and somebody's driving a boat. Driving, is that the right word for it? Yeah, driving a boat, basically matching my speed and direction perfectly. My mind is on autopilot. My mind's a blank. I'm exhausted. I've lost track that the bay is next to us. And my brain at that point just gives up, essentially. I look over and I do a hardcore, I just kind of stare to the right for probably a solid 5 count. And my brain is just trying to comprehend what I'm seeing. Because in my mind, the road is continuing next to us. Never mind the grass and the guardrail that I can see. That's a road on the other side. And there's a boat driving on the road. And I swear, my first thought is there's a boat on the road. Think that for a few seconds. Then my brain goes, no, physics, that doesn't work like that. Because I could see it wasn't on a trailer or anything. The boat was driving under its own power. So my next thought is, those, if you guys have ever seen Nitro Circus, when they do the hydroplaning on dirt bikes across the water, my next thought is that I've drifted off to sleep, and I've drifted off, and now my thought is the boat is on water, but so am I. Now I'm hydroplaning. I think that I've just woken up, realized that I'm hydroplaning, and I'm about to crash and die. So again, my brain has this, my brain thinks this, and for a few seconds, before I can think of a different explanation for what I'm seeing, my heart just drops and I feel like I'm going to throw up, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm dying. That's it. But anyways, then so after a solid 15 or 20 seconds that it takes me to finally realize what is going on, I realize what's happening, and we finish crossing the causeway. Right at the end of the causeway, there was a gas station where the Florida rider was waiting for us. Bless that man, to take us to our hotel room. So I don't really particularly recall this detail, but the way that Palm Beach Rider says it is, we pulled up at the gas station, took off our helmets, exchanged pleasantries, and my immediate reaction, I think probably before I even said hello to Florida Rider or anything like that, was some sort of incoherent jabbering about thinking that there was, I was a boat, or just trying to come to terms with that freak out that I had over that incident. So that was day one in a nutshell. Day one was riding until you're so exhausted that you can't figure out that there's a boat in the water next to you. That one was pretty deep. Let's see this. Oh god, dude. Dude, that freaking